Good afternoon. This is Debbie Broughton, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from St. Robert, Missouri. I'm here this afternoon to share with you how to make this Sweet as a Bugs card. I have 4 different Sweet Bugs cards, so I'm just going to do 4 days of different cards. If you're joining me, if you could say hello, that would be great. Bugs cards, so I'm just going to do 4 days of different cards. If you're joining me, if you could say hello, that would be great. Bugs cards, so I'm just going to do 4 days. And I have I forgot to mute my laptop, so we're hearing everything twice. Okay. So, here we go. We're going to get started. I want to say, first of all, I saw this idea on Christine Bertram's on a video by Christine Bertram with the Sweet Bugs stamp set. So, let's get started. This one is pretty easy. Now, I've kind of changed. There are so many cute little pictures. I don't know what else to call them, but little bug scenes on all the DSP that is just so much fun to. There's a lot of them that you can cut out with using the dies, but then there's some that you have to fussy cut. So I did change the, I saved the mushroom one. I cut that one out again. I cut out a new image for that and a different butterfly just to kind of try some different things from the DSP. So here's all the little things that we're going to need. This is a book bind card, so it folds up like this, and this looks kind of like the binding of a book, thus the name. So let's get started. I will put all the measurements in the description for this because I forgot to write them down so that I could show you a picture and you could have taken a picture, but I will put them in the description. First of all, we're going to take our bone folder and we're going to crease our fold, and then this folds back. So we're going to go ahead and crease this right here. So, now it's not going to lay down because I creased it so much. We'll try creasing it this way. I'm going to have to change my blade and my cutting board soon. See how I got some ragged edges down here? I didn't notice that before. I just kind of use, we used to sell these little sanding blocks. Mine has been pretty worn with different inks and stuff that when I've sanded with it. But it gets off all those little fibers. Okay, so the card base is 4 1/4 by 11, and it's scored at 5 1/2 and 6 1/2. That part I can remember from the measurements. So, the first thing we're going to do is to decorate with the DSP and the ribbon and get this card all set up. So, I have somewhere. I don't know how I ended up with 2 of these. That's going to go there. And then, now of course I don't, oh here it is. And I had this. This is the opposite side of the sheet of DSP that has all the different framed pictures that you can use to make a card. You cut them up and you can make 6 different cards, but I used the back of it for this. So the first thing we're going to do is glue our mats down. So we're going to turn these over. And my friend Anna sent me this new glue press, and it works so nicely, and I don't get glue on my fingers. I made 4 cards last night, and my fingers did not get sticky once. So I just want to say thank you so much, Anna. It comes with a thin tip, a fine tip, which is what I'm using now, and then a little bit bigger of a tip on a different bottle. But I'm just going with the fine tip so that I don't have to change out the glue bottle while I'm doing this. So we're going to add these to their mats. I can tell you that this DSP is cut by 4 by 4 1/4, and the old olive that's behind it is cut at 4 1/4 would be 4 3/8 by 4 1/8. So we just have 1/8 of a border showing. Well, now I have glue on my fingers because I just stuck my finger in the glue. So that doesn't count. And this is 3/4 of an inch. And then I'm trying to think in my head what is 1/8 bigger than 3/4 of an inch. 6/8, so it would be 7/8. And then we're going to glue these down to our card base. And you know what? Sometimes I lose my bottle of glue when I'm making a whole bunch of different cards at the same time because it gets mixed in with the papers and stuff that I have on my desk. But this glue press is so large that I'm not saying I will never lose it in all the mess, but it's harder to lose. So now we have this part finished. So we're going to add our ribbon next. So I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to get my tear and tape. Oh, I don't know what I was thinking. I just need a piece at the top and at the bottom. Now you don't want to go over your score line this way, because if you do, you will glue closed your card, but you can't go across this one because it's going to fold over on it. So here is my Rickrack. The Rickrack ribbon is on back order. So I just wanted to let you know that. So I'm going to place this here, and I'm going to stretch it up the middle of this small portion of the card front. I'm going to use my ribbon scissors to cut it. And then I'm just going to run a piece of the tear and tape down here to be sure that it adheres nicely. Oh, after I said that, I did go over with my ribbon, didn't I? Not with my ribbon, but with my tape. After I said it doesn't matter, I went and did it anyway. So let me try to fix that. I think I can kind of just lift it up here with my pick a tool and fold it over. I didn't listen to my own advice. And fold that over, take this piece off. Now we're going to close it. Oh, I'm closing it the wrong way. Now we're going to close it. We're going to smooth it down here to be sure that the tear and tape adheres to the card. And we're going to open it up, and it'll open perfectly like this. Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead and do the inside. And this is 4 by 4 1/4. If you want to, you could make another 1/8 of an inch larger mat to mat the inside. I usually don't mat my insides. And I have these little flowers here from the stamp set with some grass next to them. First, I want to be sure that I get this the right way, because it's not a perfect square. It's 4 1/4 by 4. So I just want to be sure I have it going the right way so it will fit in there. And I'm going to add some flower and grass on this side. I wanted to go all the way down to the bottom, but I kind of missed a little bit here. So I have I know these have retired are regular Stampin' markers, Stampin' Right markers, but I still have mine, and so I'm just going to kind of have this grass go further so that it goes all the way to the bottom. Then I'm going to use my Daffodil Delight Stampin' Blends. I have a hard time remembering things today. Stampin' Blends here. Color in the flower. And then I have my light old olive, just to do this one leaf here. And there we go. We're ready to put this on the inside. I'm going to close this so I don't stick my hand in it. Again, if you're here and watching, if you could comment, that would be great. Now, if you wanted to make this card and you didn't want a fussy cut, there are plenty of the bugs and the bee and stuff that you could cut out with the dies to decorate the front. You don't have to fussy cut. Just some of these things are just so cute. And it just took me not too long to cut them out. So we're going to get this even. Top to bottom, left to right. Right, get to go this way just a little bit more. Okay, there we go. So now we are ready to decorate the front. So we have this piece, which is 3 3/4 by 3. And so this is 3 1/2 by 2 3/4, I think. Yes. And then it will go right on the front here. So let's start decorating. This time I cut out the little beetles here having a tea party, and I'm going to have to do it this opposite because this butterfly I cut out is going to be going on this side. So I can figure out that I want this to go right here on the edge. And look what I cut out. These two ants carrying a blackberry. They're bringing a blackberry to the tea party. And then I have this butterfly who I'm going to have up in this corner, and she is blowing bubbles. And I should still have just enough room up here to stamp my word. And let me tell you what stamp set I got these words out of. I got these out of banner sayings, and they come with a punch, and you can punch them out, but I'm just going to do it right on the vanilla instead of punching out a label. So I'm going to put since I have this kind of laid out here, how I want it, I'm going to leave it there so I can see exactly where to put my words. Because these I got a little low and their antennas are kind of hiding it. Okay, so here we go. Sorry if my head's in the picture, but I have to be over it just to be sure I get it straight. There we go. Straight the first time. So now we're going to glue these on. You could pop these up too if you wanted to with dimensionals. I think these, you know, they have like, the ants are sitting roasting marshmallows by a tree stump in the DSP. Just a whole bunch of cute little scenes if you wanted to fussy cut them out to use on a card. I almost lost this ant here. But once I get him glued down, he will stay. Okay, I am going to pop up the butterfly with the dimensional. I have some mini dimensionals here. We were having a very rainy day here today, but we could always use rain, so that is nice. And hopefully soon we're going to get warm and stay warm instead of having a 90-degree day and dropping down to 30 at night and then having a 60-degree day. It's been crazy this spring. Okay, so let me peel off these backing here. Oh, I peeled off the whole dimensional. That's not good. Okay. Now we're going to put this butterfly in the corner. Now we're going to glue on our grass. And I cut the grass from the Easter Joy set, and it wasn't quite long enough, so I have two pieces. But that's why I put the ladybug here. You can't tell where the two pieces come together. So let's put some glue on here. And we're going to lay this right even with the bottom. Let me be sure that now I pushed it up too far. Oh, those ants look pretty cute. I almost put them too low. But they really do look like they're walking through the grass now, don't they? Okay. And then we're just going to add a line of glue here for the rest of the grass. And it pretty well blends in with the first piece, so you can't tell unless you look really hard that it's two separate pieces. I'm just trying to get the grass even, and then I'm going to trim this off with my paper scissors. And we're going to add some glue to the back of this. Okay, and now we're going to glue this to the front. Now we're going to add some bling to it. So I have the ladybugs here. Let me find my pick a tool. I had it, but now I don't see it. Huh, I was using it. Here, look, it's laying right here. The whole time you guys are probably laughing at me because I didn't see it. Sometimes that happens. It could be laying right in front of my face and I don't see it. Now I went to throw those things away and... oh, I won't need it. My pick a tool I've had since they came out, and I think the ridges are kind of wearing out because my pokey tool and the spatula like to keep falling off, and so now it just fell off into my little trash can here, but I'll look for it later and I can use this putty side. We're hoping to get these off. And we're going to lay this ladybug right here where the grass is coming together so that you won't notice it as much. And then we're going to put some of these little water droplets in different places. We'll put one here on the mushroom. And we're going to put one on the blackberry. There we go. Now we are all set. And that didn't take us very long at all, not even a whole half hour. I hope you enjoyed this card and that you will join me again tomorrow for day 2 of the Sweet Bug class. And I just wanted to let you know that all the retiring projects from the January to April catalog and the annual catalog are now on the last chance list, so you might want to check that out. There's a new product of the month, an eyelet die. It is so cute. You need to check that out. And then there's also 2 new kits. And one is, I want to say like Sunrise Skies or something. And it is just beautiful. You can make 9 cards, 3 designs, 3 of each design. And they are just beautiful. As always, if you have any questions or anything, put them in the comments. I always go back and check my comments. And have a great rest of your day. Bye.